everyone! So today, I want to share my thoughts about Si Amapola sa 65 na Kabanata by Ricky Lee. So before I continue, here's a short background about the author, Ricky Lee. So Ricky Lee is a well-known Filipino writer and screenwriter. He is famous for writing stories that talk about the real social issues like identity, politics, and everyday Filipino life. His writing often mixes humor with serious topics, which makes his stories entertaining but also meaningful. And you can really see his style in this book. And honestly, while I was reading this, and I kept thinking, what is even happening right now? It's funny, chaotic, magical, and somehow still really meaningful. So the story follows Amapola, a gay impersonator who performs in clubs. His life is already complicated because he has a multiple personality, like literally 3 different versions of himself. And there's the main, Amapola, who's emotional and dramatic. And there is Saldi, the super macho personality. And Isaac, another version that's calmer and more serious. It's like he's a whole group in a one body. Then, suddenly, his grandmother, Lola Sepa, shows up and tells him he comes from a line of mangkukulam, or witches, and that he's supposed to help save the Philippines. I mean, imagine hearing that from your grandma. So, as the story continues, Amapola goes through danger, heartbreak, political problems, and a lot of weird magical stuff. And there's are also important characters like Emily, an activist he gets close to, and the different politician who shows corruption and the darker side of the society. And honestly, Lola Sepa is one of the best parts. She's funny, but she also gives you to those unexpected Lola wisdom moments. And while reading, I realized the book is very Filipino, and in a good way. And Amapola, having many personalities, actually reflects a lot of us Filipinos. We switch roles like all the time. Student, a child, a friend, and we become a different version of ourselves depending on where we are. And the book deals with serious issues, but everything is mixed with jokes and sarcasm. And that's really how Filipinos go. We laugh even when things are difficult. The magic realism, also Filipino. And Ricky Lee mixes myths with real problems like poverty, corruption, and discrimination. So even though it's magical, it still feels real. And one lesson that really stuck with me is accepting every part of yourself. Amapola only becomes strong when he stopped fighting about his different personalities and embraces them. And another lesson is that Filipinos are very adaptable, but the book reminds us that the real change happens when we speak up, not just when we keep adjusting. And there's also this line that hit me hard. Komplikado ang tao, lalo na ang mga bakla. Hindi siya dapat ikahon sa labels. It reminds us that everyone is complicated and unique, and that is okay to be yourself even if you don't fit of what others expect. And another line that stuck with me is, hindi pagkain ang kailangan ng mga kababayan natin. Ang kailangan nila ay labanan ng tunay na dahilan kung bakit wala silang makain. And it's so real because it reminds us that solving the root problem is more important than just fixing the symptoms. And after reading this book, Si Amapola sa 65 na Kabanata, I realized it's more than just a funny and chaotic story. So that I highly recommended this book because it's a mirror of a life, identity, and society. And through Amapola's struggles, I learned that accepting yourself, facing challenges, and standing up for what's right are what makes a person truly brave. And that's it for my video. Thank you for watching. And if you enjoy this, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment telling me what book you want me to review next. See you next time. Bye!